What is up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? It's your boy Goblin, and today we are coming in with a Q&A video. I have not done one of these in a long fucking time. I think it's honestly probably been at least 3 or 4 months, if not more, since my last Q&A. Not a clue when the last one was. But today, I got some really good questions, and I figured it's time to answer them. For all you guys who are wondering how to get involved in future Q&A videos, all you guys got to do is drop a follow on Twitter, and look out for whenever I tweet out asking for questions. I do the same thing with weed review videos as well. Pretty much all my interactive videos are held on Twitter, so make sure you guys follow me on there. Hey, sometimes I tweet funny things too, on occasion. Also, this is a different game I'm playing today. I know I'm going to get a lot of comments asking, so I'll just go ahead and say. The game is called Generation Zero. It's a game I got for free on Steam. It had a free-to-play weekend. It's kind of mid. I don't know. I mean, it's a video game, dude, but it's cool to watch. I think it's fun to watch, but it's not a game I'm going to be buying, so you're not going to see a ton more of it. But I think it actually is pretty cool to watch. The graphics are nice. So, either way, without further ado, let's dive into the first question, coming in from Kobe on Twitter. Hey Goblin, when you tried acid for the first time, how long did you take until you tried it for the second time? That's a good question. Thank you very much for the question. It was no more, I don't remember exact days, but I know for a fact it was within the same week. It was in the same 7-day span. I remember trying it and loving it, dude. I immediately wanted to do it again, and I just had to wait until a weekend, to do it again. So I know for a fact it was within 7 days or less of tripping that I did it again. It might have even been, exactly 7 days, honestly, because I'm pretty sure I tripped on a Friday, if I remember correctly. But, hey, for the first time I tripped on a Friday, but I definitely no more than a week, but I personally wouldn't recommend that. Take your time between trips. I was in a rush for some reason. It's no rush, dude. You guys got a whole life of being crackheads ahead of you, dude. No problem at all, dude. Absolutely no concern. Oh, and also another thing I completely forgot to mention in the intro. We're going to be getting a new webcam for live streams and also some new equipment. So there's going to be some quality upgrades coming soon. Hey, that stimulus check finally hit, baby. Big ups to the feds. Hey, a lot of you guys thought, Goblin, dude, I thought you made $10 quadrillion off YouTube, man. How'd you qualify? No, dude, I have a pretty average citizen with a really far above average drug habit. That's all, dude. So I still qualified for that 1,200, baby. Hey, let me know in the comments if you guys got one. Hey, what's it going towards, dude? Hey, either way, let's get into the next question. Thank you very much for that one, Kobe. And coming in with the second question of the video here, we have Galaxy God from Twitter. Where do you see yourself by the end of this year? Hey, that's a pretty good question. I appreciate that one. And I feel like there's kind of two ways to answer it. There's a YouTube side of it and just a life side of it, right? YouTube-wise, I'm hoping, I definitely see myself at least 300K. I think if I really go hard this year and plan out some more banger videos, we could even do 400, but that might be I think that's if my wildest fucking banger video dreams came true, but I think 300K is a safe bet YouTube-wise. And I also definitely see some more kind of side avenues for content, I guess, a podcast and more variety in the content, I guess. So YouTube-wise, that's where I see this channel by the end of the year. Life-wise, I'm pretty settled right now, bro. I'm not really going anywhere anytime soon, I'm getting a new car within the next month, which I've been waiting to get a new one for a little while, a little more reliable of a car. My lease is signed, ready to rumble, dude. I'm chilling in the same place. Life-wise, I think the only thing to really do is just save money and be financially smart, you dig? So, really, by the end of this year, I just see myself in the same position, but with, maybe a nicer couch or, maybe a nice... You know what? I don't have a goddamn chair. I don't have a gaming chair. I took a chair from my dining room, and I brought it up to my room, and that's what I sit on to this day. And my desk is one of those folding Walmart ones. So, you know what? Yeah, now that I think about it, I see myself in a better chair by the end of the year, 110%. We got to make that a goal, dude. I got to get a new fucking chair, dude. No wonder my back's bad. Hey, thank you for the question, brother. Much appreciated. Let's move on to the next one. Coming in with the third question of the video, we have Dookie Guy. What do you think about robbing plugs? That's an interesting question. Now listen. there's always a different side of the story when it comes to robbing the plug. You know, maybe you do it out of necessity. Maybe you do it because you're a greedy rat bastard. There's a lot of different reasons that you could rob the plug. But there are few circumstances where the plug deserves it, okay? One of those being if he's selling fake shit, right? Listen, if the guy's going around slanging cart nights and shit, by all means, go crazy. If the guy's going around selling, fake runts packs and shit, dude, who cares, dude? Rob his family, dude. That's whatever. But if he's an honest, hard-working man, if she's a honest, hard-working woman, dude, whoever your plug is, all right? You don't gotta rob them. They're going to... Listen, think of it like this, all right? When you go to the grocery store, right? You don't rob the employees. You rob the company, dude. You steal the product. You don't go in and stick an employee and go through the lockers, Don't rob the plug, dude. You got to go higher up than that, dude. You got to rob the cartel, dude. You can't, don't stain the poor guy who's just trying to pay the bills, man. He's just doing it, and he's doing you a service, too. Don't rob good plugs. Listen, if you're robbing a plug, it should be because he deserves it. It should not be to gain money. If you're robbing plugs to gain money, you got to rethink. But if you're robbing a plug because he deserves it, then the money is just a bonus, That's how I look at it. But listen, if you're going around staining plugs, that never ends well. Because then you got a lot of money, but who are you going to spend it with when you want to get fucked up, Yeah, motherfuckers are always like, oh, I got another plug. But you got to realize, hey, worried about that stuff spreads, dude. Hey, people don't want to serve the guy who just robbed 2 guys last week, That's not cool. Hey, very specific circumstances that is acceptable. Thank you for the question. And coming in with the 4th question here, we have Nick Lannister. What is the most desperate and awful time you've been out of weed and unable to acquire? Now, I like this question, and I thought about this one for a little bit, and it unlocked a memory that I completely forgot I had, dude. This was one of those things where it was such a shit point that I just, oppressed it, dude. So, there was one point back in high school, it was right, before I dropped out, right? Where I had gotten kicked out of my mom's house, right? And I got sent to live with my dad. That's all fine and dandy, but the problem was that my dad was out of town and wasn't going to be back for, over a week, right? He was gone for, 10 days. So I get sent to my aunt's house on my dad's side. The problem with that is that my aunt is, crazy Karen Bible thumper, just the polar opposite of what I am, right? In every which way. They're the kind of people where, Sundays aren't a holy day. It's not oh, it's church Sunday. No, they go to church whenever the fuck they want, dude. If it's a Wednesday and they're feeling the Jesus, dude, they're going to church and praying. It's over with. And they're bringing you. Dude, just imagine the worst environment for this ever. And I got there and I had a gram left. And of course I smoke it all the first night because I have nothing to do. I'm literally sitting on my phone. That's it. And I sneak out and smoke it. And of course they're oblivious, because they don't, my cousin, their kid, he didn't really do that kind of shit, So they were completely oblivious. They didn't know what to look out for. So I was able to do it. But the problem is, once I ran out, my aunt's house was over an hour away from my friends and I didn't have a car, right? I didn't have a ride. So I'm sitting there and I'm just hitting anybody up trying to find weed. And I could not get any weed for 5 days. It took me damn near a week of being it. I was already halfway through the experience by the time I got someone to serve me. And I literally, it was like a Splinter Cell mission getting out of that fucking house to go get served because they wouldn't let me leave for shit. I couldn't even leave to go on a walk, bro. They thought I was literally Satan. They basically just locked me in the back room and said, sit on your phone, stupid idiot. You will have bread for dinner. Not literally, but you know what I meant, dude. Listen, they did not like having me there, okay? And I did not like being there. And it was so awful, dude. Sitting there, being forced on that tea break with, also having nothing to do. I would have rather been sent to rehab because at least I would have had friends, at least I would have made some friends. But, dude, holy shit. It was horrible. Thank you for that question, Nick. And I guess not thank you for Unlocking that terrible memory, dude. Let's move along quickly here. Coming in with the 5th question of the video, Lil Cup. What time in your life makes you cringe the hardest when you look back on it? That's a pretty interesting question. I'd say, it is difficult. Middle school me was pretty bad because, listen, in middle school, I just had a straight up bowl cut. Like, I just didn't care, bro. I literally just wake up, my hair would just be straight fucking down, literally in a bowl, and I'd go to school wearing Call of Duty shirts, dude. I was such a fucking loser, okay? Middle school was bad, all right? I was a little fucking geek, okay? But, actually, is there anything that really tops the, like, humiliation that was middle school me? Like, dude, sometimes I like look back at my old like yearbook stuff and I'm like, oh fuck, like damn, dude, I was such like I would bully the hell out of middle school me, dude. Like right now, like I look at me and it's like the big baby, you know, like the giant baby. Like I just want to punt it, you know, like it's like fuck, dude. But either way, yeah, I'd say probably in particular, 7th grade was bad. 7th grade was really bad. I was like I just figured out what like 4chan was, and I was like, yo, dude. You know, like I was just, dude, listen, the troll face was sick, dude. That's all I'm saying. I think I might have even like had a shirt with the troll face on it when I was like 13, dude. I was such a little fucking dork, dude. I was the worst when I was a kid. Just the absolute worst child ever, bro. I'm so glad I grew out of that, like, edgy, like, idiot phase, dude. But god damn, it was bad. But yeah, okay, 7th grade, 100%, that's the worst. Thank you. Coming in with the next question of the video, around 69 cats. What is your biggest fear, Goblin? Hey, thank you for the question there. My biggest fear. Well, there's a few ways you can answer that, right? I think my biggest, like, natural instinct, like, I just see it and, like, flinch, you know, kind of fear. Obviously, I think I've talked about this in the past before, is spiders. I just can't do it, bro. I know a lot of people hate snakes. I love snakes, dude. Man, a snake could crawl around my neck right now, dude. I don't care. They're cool, dude. Like, alligators, I don't care, dude. They're cool, too. Sharks, dope, dude. I'll swim with one, whatever, dude. But a spider? Those things are fucked. And whoever came up with those is a prick. Like, I get... They might do a cool... Oh, and also, big, like, bees, dude. Fucking bees, all right? Bees, like, kind of scare me, but, like wasps more so, you know? Like, I'm very intimidated by those. But those aren't really a fear. I feel like one of my biggest, like, personal fears, I guess, is not really knowing what to do if like YouTube were to somehow not work out, right? I guess that's one of my biggest concerns. Something like this not working out, right? That would be a really big fear of mine. Or let me think. I don't know, dude. If my cat got out, that would suck. I'd be really upset, dude. That's a big fear of mine. I'm not even kidding. I'm pretty like OCD about like checking, make sure the cat's not near the door, because I know if this crackhead ass cat gets out the door, she's fucking out the jam, dude. She's doing shit, dude. She's gone. She's gone. She is not an outdoor cat, dude. But I don't know, dude. I used to be scared of heights, but then when I was in high school, I started going on a lot of roller coasters, and I kind of like got over that. And that was really one of my only big fears. But like spiders are just my definitive fear, dude. Like anything spider related, I hate. Like even in video games, like I just get this like tingling in my body whenever I'm like fighting a spider. Like it's like, you know. Like the Skyrim spiders. Like when I was a little kid, I just get this little like feeling in my body. Like, I don't fucking like this, you know? So like spiders are just an instinctual like nope fucking thing for me, dude. No matter the size, shape, don't care. Spider's a spider, dude. 8 legs, no legs, don't give a fuck, bro. I hate them all. But either way, thank you very much for that question, my man. And coming in with the final question here, and a very important one, coming in from Beef Wellington. Establish your rules of Roto, he asks. All right, first off, the most important thing is if it's more than 2 heads, maybe 3 if it's some homies, or nobody, like if you all mutually agree to not care, it's a 3-hit P, right? Like if it's like a social smoke sesh where like there's someone in the Roto who you're not super tight with, 3-hit P is etiquette, dude, all right? If you go over, it's a problem, all right? So that's first and foremost. Next thing. most importantly, I would say, is if you're going to sit on the blunt and, like, talk on it, like, if you're going to tell a story, that's FaceTiming, right? If you FaceTime the blunt, then everyone else in the roto gets to FaceTime as long as you, and you get skipped next, dude. And that's probably a neck, because no one likes someone who sits on the fucking blunt, dude. If you're not smoking it, pass that shit, dude. There is no reason to be holding a blunt and talking. Like, literally, I like, sometimes I'll point it out to homies, dude. Like, if they'll, like, start talking to me, I'll just, like, grab the fucking blunt out of there, and I'll be like, well, you ain't smoking it, I'm gonna smoke it, you know? Hey, no weed wasted, dude. This is efficiency in the roto, okay? Those are really the only main rules. I mean, if you wet lip, obviously you're going to be out pretty quickly. I think it depends on who it is. If it's someone new in the roto who doesn't smoke a lot, you're instantly out of my roto. If you lip, it's over, bro. Unless you're, like, really fucked up on some drugs or something. Like, you got to have an excuse, because there's no excuse for lipping, in my opinion. If you're a smoker, you should just know how to not lip a blunt, you know? If you're a homie, maybe I'll give you a pass one time, but it's still a neck, you know? Like, I'm still going to have to smack the back of your fucking neck, dude, as hard as I can, and it's not going to feel good, you know? But those are really my only, I guess, essential rules of roto, I would say, you know? That's really about it. Don't fuck up the roto otherwise, I guess. Don't be moving around spots. There ain't no need for that bullshit, you know? Just pay attention. But thank you guys all for tuning in to today's Q&A video. I appreciate you guys. If you guys want to ask me more questions, make sure you hit me up on Twitter. The link will be in the description. I appreciate all the great questions today, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Drop a like if you did, and I will see you all in tonight's stream. Peace out, gamers.